Shalom Aleichem everyone, my name is Neodek and today we're going on we're continuing our adventure through Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. We left off with that stupid,
puzzle.
Yeah, stupid puzzle. Figured out what we were missing though.
Yeah.
Have to go back and redo it.
They make these really complicated.
They did, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hi, okay, so key. Keep forgetting I need to drag.
Good job.
It's a lovely small key, thank you. Exit. I think it's frozen.
Good job.
I think it froze. Why did you freeze? You do this to me. Pause? By the way, might as well turn this down. Clicking noises are too loud.
Push quit.
Yeah.
Go to pause. Push quit.
Quit.
Yes.
Sure. Collect ego points by acting in the same way as pro.
Let's try
Let's
this
try again. I've never had a game freeze up on me.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hi. Okay, we're back again. Question.
Now this time don't break it.
So again, we click on the stupid thing. We're dragging the key. Yes, we're clicking on it and then dragging the key.
Good job.
Now drag the key.
Let us see. What is this cupboard hiding?
Cupboard. There's such a weird pause. It's 78T.
Okay.
That was the code we were missing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And
Like
then
that, it
there's-
was 1, 2, and then 3.
Yeah.
Then go back. And back. And to the side. The side. That was an unnatural way of doing it, but
Yeah.
sure. And then you. For
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
was 1 and then 2.
Yeah.
That's not it. No, I thought it was 2 and then 2 3s.
Isn't it?
I think it's
But
or 1 and 2 2s.
maybe it is 2 and then 3s.
Let's see. So we need one of those.
Yes.
So actually, no, 1 and 2 2s makes sense.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah. Wait, you were right there. No.
Go back. There you go.
Trying. I bet you could also do this with. No, you couldn't. I'm just there.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered.
Yes.
Yep. It was triggered. It's now having a panic attack. Everyone's quite scared for its safety.
Eh.
No, over. There we go.
And then it was like 78T.
Something like that.
78T.
Quills. Stupid. I really hate how disconnected the sensitivity
Yeah.
between the mouse and the actual thing is. So that's one that way. All the way around. Come on.
Yep.
You can do it.
There you go.
I believe it.
Almost.
I believed at you.
There you
So
go.
let's see. 78.
Yep.
You can do it.
And T.
Might as well go at it.
It'll be faster the other way.
Yeah, that. I thought down was going to be the way.
You can pretty
Can you
much only
really?
do one at a time.
Oh my gosh. And then it like pauses as it gets stuck.
Yeah.
Oh
You got 79 by the way.
What?
You got 79.
How did it get there?
No clue.
I just have
There
to
you go.
put the record on the gramophone and start it.
Very annoying.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna murder. No, where does the handle go? You.
In that
It was
little
this-
hole on the side there.
Nah, I don't think it was here.
It's on the side.
Yeah, this side.
I said
Over-
a hole on the side, and you're like, no. The answer is yes.
I thought you said like right here.
No.
Just okay.
Right there.
That I was forgetting how to move it.
Good job.
Did. Very great.
Yeah, you have to
Looks
zoom
like
in.
something goes in here.
So he can talk to himself about stupid stuff.
Of course. Now we have to wind the handle in some direction. Appears that that is the wrong direction. I'm not sure what direction is needed, actually.
I don't know.
Or does the button need pushed first?
I don't know.
Hi, what can I do here?
Maybe you have to flip the switch again. Use
What?
the switch.
Give me a second.
Stop messing with this.
I want to mess with it.
Stop messing with this. Use the switch.
Woo! Ha! Something clicked.
Nothing clicked.
Something did click.
Nothing clicked.
Well, you can't hear it.
So nothing clicked.
Just because you didn't hear anything, that is not where I clicked, and you know it, game.
It's pretty sure that's where you clicked. So, just turn it a little. There you go. Now click on the switch. There
Hi.
you go. Flip the switch.
No, I don't need to flip the switch again.
Yeah, so the needle goes down.
Shh.
There you go. Now push the button. Ta-da! Like I was saying, you needed to flip the switch.
But not right then. So,
Oh,
she's
Donald.
singing.
We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
I couldn't tell if that was a...
Betty was such a good
The
singer.
accent was so funny.
It's true. Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
Kind of curious what would happen.
Yeah,
Where
she
did it go?
disappeared. Magic.
I'm actually not 100% sure what to do
Teleported
now.
Continue
Oh, okay.
questioning.
Right, because she trailed off, and that was
So now we
kind of
need
weird.
to ask her if she murdered her. Any other
Hi.
person.
Did
What?
you murder your sister?
It
That's big.
looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
How on earth will you know that?
Why are you doing this again?
Because apparently she's single, but has feelings for someone. What am I looking at? What? Oh.
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner?
She had feelings for her sister's boyfriend?
Yep, you should ask her if she murdered her sister.
Well, that wasn't a polite.
They made
That's
the
not a polite
perfect
thing to
couple,
do.
am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and
Well,
he's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
I sure as heck did.
You must have heard
She
wrong.
sounded wistful. It wasn't envy, it was wistfulness. I'm jealous of who?
Yeah.
So this one? I don't know, he seemed to truly care for her, so maybe this one.
You have not mentioned Donald's jealousy.
There's nothing to say.
Suspicious.
So you're lying.
Ask
Ask her
her
to
to-
cooperate. Trying to be
I am
nice.
not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Well, that is
Yes,
currently.
but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser. Or you, for that matter.
It's complex.
Yeah, ask her why she why she's protected.
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
We'll
That
make
you
him
are
friends
Fraser's
again.
accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town. Now can I count on your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr.
So we were
Poirot.
trying to be polite, and apparently
Don is
polite
a
was not
quiet
the way
and
to go.
sensitive young man.
Yeah, it seems like
Slightly
you really
reserved
can't
too.
have any good
And as is
outcome.
often the case
no matter
with
what you do,
reserved
everyone
people,
doesn't like you.
when he flew into a temper, he
It
completely
must
lost
be the
control.
mustache. It scares everyone.
He could be so
And they hate you.
violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. But they rowed more recently. Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man.
Interesting.
It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day...
Well,
That isn't creepy.
he'd commit
Yeah.
murder.
Yikes.
Ask if she thinks he killed her. Yeah.
do you think that is what happened?
No, Mr. Poirot, I don't believe that. You yourself said he may be a recidivist madman. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Wait,
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
And that's not quite true. Incredibly jealous people would be very
Fraser is at the
willing
Ginger
to
Cat.
murder.
The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him
he
now.
frightened her,
Au
which
revoir,
seems to
mademoiselle.
be a common
My
thing with
deepest
these
condolences to
ladies
your
at
parents.
night. The husband,
Of course, Mr. Poirot.
Well,
or
I
I
don't know.
guess this wasn't a
And
husband,
And don't be
but,
too hard on Don.
Partner.
He's more fragile than he looks.
and
If you say so.
But I don't know,
being
with the
aggressive.
tobacconist lady,
Let us now
she
try
fought
and
back.
get our brain cells
Yeah.
to work.
But it's,
And her
Maybe
husband
not
was
until later,
just
but,
as scared of her.
yeah,
Oh, what am I doing?
So-
What Betty plans to
do
do?
with her.
She's probably planning to
someone
meet
that-
someone.
Yeah,
She used to go out a great deal. Sing.
other men. Yeah,
There was a lot of visitors at
Visitors.
this time of year. Unoccupied guests came. That could be it.
but she's just planning to do.
I think it might have been that.
I did the one
I-
that she was planning to. She had met with somebody, lied about meeting with somebody the day before.
Okay. Huh.
Ta-da!
Cool. She had a date with another man.
Did Betty know her assailant?
Probably not. Could be that. Nope.
No.
Actually, for the marks to be on her neck, that must have been. I didn't say how, because most of the time you can
Yeah,
tell
there you go.
from the marks which way the person was facing.
Let us now try
They were
and
facing
get our
face to
brain
face,
cells
and
to
they
work.
most definitely knew each other. If it's just from the back, then that means that she was either surprised or
Behavior hiding. Oh man, we got a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
He was a good singer.
really?
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
Intelligent woman, loved her sister. Her sore air. She kept looking at the photo. I think it's because she kept looking at the photo.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Even though she knows he's mean.
Motive for killing her sister? I mean, technically, but she'd also be the sole heir.
Yeah.
Huh. And just that.
Yeah, I guess if she was seeing other people and she liked the guy, that could have made him mad.
Yeah, guess so. So it wasn't. Her possible motive wouldn't have been money.
We see new thumbnails. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Question Donald.
Donald will be off this way.
10 ego points.
Cool.
We're doing
What
so
are
well.
those again? Right, they're for buying hints. Maybe we should actually.
Buying hints?
Yeah.
Where do you buy hints?
In the pause menu, I believe.
Oh.
Let me. If this scene.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his
be
landlady
emotionally
before
fragile?
seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Let's see what I want to do. Right, pause menu. To see if. Yeah, use a
Use a
clue.
clue.
Something to look at. Hi.
This is definitely
try.
where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Oh,
Oh.
that was boring. Come on. Walk faster.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything in a hurry.
No, he just saunters.
Yeah. Kind of convenient that he lives close by, so we could just walk there. Or did they bring him here?
He was
Yeah,
brought
so they
here.
probably brought here, yeah. According to the ginger cat.
The family lived close by. If you've seen the timeline and the bonuses, you'll be able to relive the events in chronological order. We'll have to go do that some point in time. Hi.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Let's see if we can make him our friend too. We're really good at that.
Yep. Let's just stare
fine,
at him
yeah.
a bit.
This man looks
Man
suspicious.
looks suspicious. He's drinking
Well, that could be out of grief.
white horse whiskey. Was that the type that the mysterious person? I
I don't know.
think they ordered like a
Wasn't
whiskey or
sleeping.
something.
What? It's something around here.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible
Those clothes
state.
don't look like.
As if
they're
he hadn't
comfortable.
slept all night. And he's drinking white horse.
Yeah, they don't. They're pretty
Leave me
nice and
alone.
straight.
Yeah.
Falcon eyes.
Okay. Hi.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly,
feel a cookie.
She isn't
your
dead.
lady friend
It's
has
all a
been
lie.
murdered,
We
Mr.
brought you
Fraser.
here. It's a joke.
Oh,
There's a hidden
Betty,
camera
if only
behind
you'd
you. Smile.
listened.
Ask if you saw Betty yesterday afternoon. Says that Betty only ever did as she pleased. Ask what would have happened if she'd listened to him. That did partially sound like a threat, but should we try to make him angry?
You know, every time we try not to make them angry, we always make them angry. So let's just go for making them angry, because that's what's gonna happen.
If I
Seems
have
like the
understood
quickest way.
correctly, Betty was not the sort of person to listen to advice.
You're right. She always did as she pleased.
Hey, it worked.
And what did she have in mind for yesterday evening?
And we got an ego
She
point.
said she was having dinner with her sister.
So we're trying to make him angry?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Ego points. So, okay, so
May I
we
ask
need to
you
make
what
them
you were
angry, because
doing
that's how we get
yesterday
ego
evening?
points.
I spent the evening working.
So we need to stop being nice.
Your colleagues can confirm this.
No, I often take work home with me.
Except you weren't at home.
Accuse him of lying.
Yeah.
You are lying, Mr. Fraser. As was Betty when she hid the fact from you that she was seeing other men.
Betty was a very
Ego
decent
points.
young woman. How dare you sully her memory?
But we know it's true.
Apologize for having.
Never apologize.
Inform him that there's a killer to find.
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Make the
Of
suspects
course I
angry.
don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
This has worked
I
out
looked
way
everywhere
better
for her.
than
Yeah.
trying to be nice.
When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town.
So her
When I
sister
didn't find
likes
her,
those
I went
eyes.
to the next town. But
It's
nothing.
pretty creepy.
I must have got home about midnight or
In
1
or
o'clock.
out of his head.
Did anybody see you?
What do you mean?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody.
They look
I was
like
so
they're burning out of
furious.
his head.
How?
Though I was also implying that someone could murder him and just take him.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector.
Yeah, it seems like trying to make them angry is the best
Yeah,
way to
that worked.
go.
And we got like a
and
bunch
get
of
our
ego
brain
points.
cells to work.
Did
And
he have
also,
a
it took a
motive?
shorter time.
Yeah, it worked really well.
But he used to
To
go
go
out
out,
a great deal, maybe.
and
Victim his
marks-
marks on it. 2 murders were meditated. Donald
Not,
does not have an alibi.
alibi. Yeah.
He's very much in love.
Was Violet Man? No. Interesting.
I wonder which one's wrong. Motive.
Huh.
Yep.
Jealousy. I
No.
thought that
Where was that thing?
have an alibi. No.
Yep.
That was simple.
Donald may have been at the beach. Yep.
But then he also, does he have an
Motive.
alibi for killing the other person? Because this is
For all the murders, right?
an SK.
The 2 murders were premeditated. Probably that one. Because if it was out of jealousy, it wouldn't have been premeditated.
Yeah.
It probably would have happened when they were arguing.
Return to crime. You won a trophy.
Congratulations, you won a trophy. Cool. Hi.
We got a bunch of trophies.
Let's see. So he's still a
works in an
suspect.
estate
He works in an estate agent. He has been
Fiance, he has no alibi, he was jealous.
and had a quick
He liked
temper.
White Horse whiskey.
Yeah. What am I doing?
Return to the crime scene.
Hey, 5 ego
so we
points.
can kick the body. I'm sure we'll get ego points for doing it.
I have all the ego.
Yeah, we did really well at getting ego points this time.
Fraser
We
doesn't
played
have
exactly
an alibi
like him.
and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree. Without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars.
Another quick
Well,
way
I
to
think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
Quick way, but a decent thing you could try to do to find out if
I
he's
can't
the
imagine
SK.
how the
is
murderer
do a
wasn't
handwriting
seen,
test.
though. Surely she must have
Yeah.
struck
Oh wait, were those?
Ooh,
No, those were done with
typewriter.
their
Let us
printer.
try imagination.
Or typewriter, yeah, so that wouldn't work. Darn, yeah. You could see if he had a typewriter at his place.
Yeah. Loading. There we go. Hi.
Reconstruction.
The killer and the victim are
Killer and
walking
the
on the
victim are walking
beach.
on the beach.
Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand.
Why did she carry them behind her back?
Both of
weren't
them
with her.
walk slowly to hut number 5.
Why 5? It was at 6.
And that's
Or was it
Both
9?
of them walk slowly
was 6.
to hut number 6.
That was...
no, it was. It would have had been.
Miss
It
Betty
looked like a 9
enters the
because it was
hut.
broken or something like that. Or no,
Right.
She leaves without her belongings.
Or
Then
maybe
she
it
hides
the
a
other
coat.
9 was broken. It looked like this. Nope. Okay, it is this way.
Huh. Maybe it showed
She-
that it's occupied? Or in use?
But she purposely put it at 9.
Weird. I guess their belt is removed?
Advance.
Is it
They keep
advanced?
walking. Then she
This is-
removes her belt.
Huh. Why?
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise.
Yeah, that's really convenient.
Yeah.
The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
It seems like a pretty open area to kill someone too.
Everything appears
Yeah.
to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Why? Why? And also, why did she remove her belt? What was the point in that?
I don't
And
know.
then to put it around her neck? Well, shoulders. If I would have wrapped it around my hand.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected
Especially if
Mr.
it was a
Asher
cord
and
like
Mr.
that.
Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
So he would have
What are
had
you
to have
planning
been
to do,
around.
Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
He would have had to have been there for some while to convince her that if he was just a tourist, he was at least one to be trusted.
Yeah.
What is that? Okay. Cool, 10 ego points.
We just made like 30 ego points.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes.
More than, but yeah,
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes.
sure. So I guess that's the way we go. All the way back. I'm so happy there was a stupid puzzle to figure out.
Not yet.
Ugh.
I'm sure there'll be one in a little.
Right, back to London. There is
Sounds
nothing more for us to do here.
And the third person.
Yep. Really?
Jap has decided to
Okay.
reveal details to the press.
Ooh,
The
that's
alphabet
a good idea.
murder is now famous.
Yeah, it's
It is
stupid.
not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of
Keeps
interest.
Pausing. I don't like this.
Poirot,
There's
I
something
have a
with the
bad
computer.
feeling.
Yeah, well, we can. So. Oh, look at that.
Another letter.
You know, you
How
see who
many
keeps
Poor
details?
Mr.
delivery.
Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know.
Now he's being rude.
Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Yeah, the A matches up. I think the I does too.
Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge.
You didn't get that from the
He will strike
beginning.
on
Yeah,
30th
well,
in Churston.
he seems to be slower
must
than
warn Scotland Yard.
he's walking.
Specify that's the 30th today.
Yeah.
It acts
No
like
time to
him.
lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, trophy again.
What is with all the mustaches? Fun is this way, walk. He
Madam
knows
Japp,
that you're going to get
we received a new letter from
copycats
ABC
now.
in the 10 o'clock post.
I don't know.
Where-
Depending on
when?
how many
In
details
Churston.
Copycat's
you
a big
gave.
thing
Today.
back then.
Today?
Oh, who knows?
I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
If your name starts with a C, don't leave your house. Let us
He's
go.
probably already killed the person at this rate.
Probably.
He gets packed really fast.
He does. It's impressive.
They must have a suitcase just ready to go.
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Yeah, it is. There's
Heavens, we
stuff-
must hurry.
stuff in there.
We have to get to Churston before the murder.
But then why bring a suitcase?
What? Orders essential. That's probably what he'd do.
Probably.
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay, okay. I'll let you
Or
back
maybe
them.
not.
We got an ego point.
Yeah, one.
That seems to
All the
happen
same.
pretty much all the time.
It really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
What are you?
Protected bottles.
Badly
Badly clothes,
Toothpaste.
toothpaste. badly
No one
clothes.
cares about
How many
badly
days are you
folded
planning
pajamas
to be on trip?
or the towel. Odd socks. Who cares about odd
Voila.
socks?
It only took a minute.
A
Those
minute too
bottles
long.
aren't any less protected.
Yeah, they're just
Poirot,
standing up now.
You were right.
What? Right about what?
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning.
Get
After
a,
the order.
That's
ta-
sad.
Why has the murderer
Taxi.
warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
He did this
Very
was the
good
easy one
question,
though.
Hastings.
Yeah.
We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
Just take a taxi.
Yeah,
You
there's
don't need a
something
train.
up. Why? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a long ways.
Snowflake.
Are we a special little snowflake?
He is.
But yeah, you're right. There's something odd about it being
It is
so
not a good time.
late. What? We're comparing them.
It is not a good time.
It is
What?
the perfect time.
He just said.
You just said, look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not a good time.
What the? Game?
It is not a good time.
It is the perfect time, you insufferable.
Is it the letters on the table over there? There.
He just dropped it.
Uh-huh.
Very
What's
good.
it? Maybe it's just a newspaper.
Miss Hastings
table.
tore the envelope.
Tore the envelope.
Okay, cool. What is?
Piece of envelope.
Ah, there we go. So what? Am I putting them together? Am I? Oh, I'm an idiot. I was supposed to put it down.
Good job.
Shh. You thought we were supposed to just click their... Or maybe not.
I see. See? Yeah, look.
Interesting. Huh. I held the killer's letter. You don't have to go on the ground. Agreed. That's not the handwriting that's normal.
Well, the normal handwriting was a typewriter.
Oh, you're right. That is a mess up. He used... That's some terrible handwriting.
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little...
Yes. We've been over this, friend. Yeah, the A and the I are the same.
Yeah, and the W's got the same broken
Now
type
can I
thing.
do this?
Right.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Let us compare this new letter with the second
Thinking.
one.
His thinking takes as long as his walking.
Really does.
Let us examine this more closely.
So yeah, it's definitely the I. The M's.
The I, the A, the
So
W's.
there's an I. An I.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Shut up. Just I.
Yes, this I is weird.
Yes, this is weird.
Stop speaking.
He's really annoying.
Yeah.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Oh my gosh.
If you had a face, I'd be inclined to slap it.
I would stab him
Oh my god.
Yes.
in the foot.
The I characters
Why?
in the two letters do indeed have the
So
same
he'd be
defects.
walking even slower.
I
They can make
have
fun
to
of him.
find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Right there. Just... No, you don't need to zoom in. You really don't.
I mean, just at a
Yes,
quick glance,
the
you can
A
tell that
appears to be
it's
quite
the
a
same.
new.
Cease speaking.
Right. Let us compare
No.
this with.
No. I'm gonna cut you off every chance I get now. When it isn't essential.
That's right.
There
The
we
A.
go.
Yep.
I
Do I
have
need
to
to
find.
find
Yes.
another one? Let's see.
Yes.
Is there a capital W?
Mm,
Actually, the ending thing is different. Oh, there's lowercase w's at
yeah,
least.
there's lowercase W.
But so far, it's always been best wishes, I believe.
I don't know.
Get the W.
The W is not printed.
Shush.
Yes, we know this from the last one.
Right.
Shush your face. I think we used the exact same letters in the last one, too.
Yeah.
So we might have used the B.
Of course.
Shh.
Of
My
course,
theory
the
was
W's
right.
are the same.
Yep. Same
That's what I was
typewriter.
saying.
Very
Wow.
clear.
It took him like 10
Let
minutes
us
to
now
figure that
try
out.
and get our brain
Well, we knew
cells
that
to
at
work.
a quick glance. And he takes ego points for that.
Why is
did-
the murder warrant so late? Decided to reveal. I don't think that might have been it. First, he was sent out at the right date. Bottle of whiskey, piece of envelope.
The wrong address.
Oh. Huh.
Yep. And the address.
The letter
So
should have
why
arrived
did
in
it get
time.
to the wrong
postmark shows
address?
that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay.
Except it doesn't
All the
because
same,
they sent it
the
to the
post office
proper
took their
one.
time correcting
twice.
the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard.
Agreed. And he got it right twice.
Yeah, so
Poirot,
how,
the telephone.
was it just a
Must be Jap.
typo in how one of his letters looked because of his crappy handwriting?
I don't know. I'm surprised Hastings could hear the phone ringing. I couldn't until I got here. Well, more like
I can't
over
hear
there.
anything because I don't have
It's 'cause you
headphones.
don't.
I have
This
some
just goes
news
to
from
further the theory
Churchton.
that he's a
Bad
dog.
news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening
How do you know
walk.
it's him?
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in
Oh, it was
London.
the chief
A
saying
wealthy
that.
man.
Yeah.
He retired to
I thought
Combside,
it
a
was,
beautiful
uh,
house by
Oh,
the sea.
hey, throat
He
specialist.
collected antiques.
Ah,
Are you going there?
yes.
Yes,
That's
let's
the
wonder
leave on
third
the train.
person.
Yes, I wonder if the two ladies were patients of his.
Seems most likely. Yeah, see? little bit long for a taxi.
Eh.
Those cost so much.
Eh. Could at
Pretty
least have
place.
started sooner. You could have taken a taxi to a train station a little closer, and from there...
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London.
Does he have his
The body
throat
was still
slit?
warm when we found it. If
Think
we'd
so.
been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on
Don't like
purpose?
that. Yeah.
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
How do you know?
You go, my friend.
Except then he
Every
wouldn't
concern.
have gotten it wrong.
Yeah.
If he
And
has
this is
his
all-
rules
and
and he's sticking to them, it
The murder's a
wouldn't be
game to
wrong.
him, so...
Anyway. Well, we think of theories and rage at puzzles some other time. Going to leave it off on this note. So, the Heat Road.